Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Mike's World. Today we're going to be looking at, reviewing, and demonstrating the Canon Vixia HF R80 camcorder. I got some requests for some reviews on this, so we're going to do that. This is my trusted go-to camcorder for all my YouTube videos. I do have higher end cameras, but I'll explain why I use this camera most of the time. Before we get started, please subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, like the video, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. You'll know every time we upload a new video. So let's get started. So this is the Canon Vixia HF R80 camcorder. I've had this for a couple of years. These are not new. Actually, Canon doesn't even make these anymore, but they still are available to buy on Amazon. You can pick these also up used other places, but these are incredible. I love these cameras. I love the quality of these, and I'll tell you why this is my go-to camera as far as small cameras go, and that is because of one thing right here. This has an external microphone input, something you don't really get with these size camcorders anymore. You have this as AV out or headphones, you have mini HDMI, you have a USB, and then you have the power on, power off. You have a nice battery here that's detachable under here. Just a little release. I actually have two of these with a different charger because they're excellent. I've got a little quick release mount under here. And then I've added this lens hood. So this is an additional little lens hood you can pick up, pretty inexpensive. It just goes onto the little ring in there. This does have a little flip shutter. So it's not like you need the lens hood, but I'll be honest with you, outside on sunny days, the lens hood makes a huge difference, and it just pops on there like that. On this side, you have the start stop button is right here, and then down here, this is where you plug in the charger. One thing I will say about these cameras, this is a terrible design. My charger doesn't even work on this anymore. That's why I bought a second battery and a wall charger, because my AC port or DC port here doesn't even work anymore. It's loose and there's something catching in there. That's pretty much it. This right here is the switch to flip your lens hood, and it's pretty self-explanatory. On the top, you have this access light, and you have a power charge light right here, rocker switch for zoom, and then this one, the R80, is actually got built-in Wi-Fi. However, it's not Wi-Fi for streaming, so it doesn't really work in that regards. So, and honestly, you can FTP files and stuff, but I've never really used it. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna reset the camera. I'm gonna go through all the menus and show you exactly what this camera is capable of, the different shooting modes. Also here, I forgot to show you this. This is where the SD card slides in and out, takes a full-size SD card. I love that as well because I do not like the micro SD cards. Which is what is pretty much standard on all these types of camcorders. Again, these are still available on Amazon, and I love these. So let's go through and show you what's everything in the menu. All right, we're going to start by powering on. Push and hold the button. You'll see this pop up. You can hit that, or it's telling me the lens cover, which I'll actually open the thing so we can get the white. That's the lens hood right there. So pretty good right there. You see audio meters. You can set between auto, manual. So let's go ahead and get first started with the settings. So if we go here to press that, scene selection. I can go from program to different scenes. If I hit that, okay. Then I have portrait mode. You have sports mode. You have night scene, snow, beach, sunset, low light, which it doesn't really work that great, spotlight, and fireworks. So I use the portrait setting a lot because that softens the background and really highlights the person you're shooting if you're shooting individuals. If we hit the home button, now these are the different settings. So let's go ahead and go to the first one, which is other settings, and we're going to click on that, and you're going to see all these different. You have a self timer, you have zoom speed, position at startup, framing assistance, framing area, focus assistance. You have face detection and tracking, which is excellent. And I use this camera. Almost all the videos you see me produce for YouTube is using this camera. and it's because in front of a green screen, that works extremely well focusing on the face. Auto backlight correction, image stabilizer, which is a good one that we use a lot. So you have dynamic, standard, or off, and then there's a power stabilizer. So I always go with standard and then power, because dynamic it's a lot. You get some jiggle video in there. Intelligent, and then video snapshot. We go to on-screen markers, output on-screen display. So if you want to have this output, like you're going to use an external monitor and you want all these settings and everything, you can have it output to that, or you can turn it off. I always have it off. LCD brightness, LCD backlight, LCD mirror image, HDMI status, and then demo mode, which is the demo. It's the mode you'll see it in when it's in a store. You have the language, your time zone, your date, view assistance, available space, change between the input on the side of the camera between AV out or headphones, headphone volume, notification sounds on and off, control button. So what a control button is, custom control button. So that is when we get out here, you have a setting you can have instant access to, and you can set that on the side. Battery info, units, file numbering, auto power off, which I turn off. That just means if you're not recording anything after a certain amount of time, the camera automatically shuts itself off to save battery. And then NFC that's the wireless, where if you have an Android phone, you can just tap it to the camera, and it'll basically connect to your phone to do a bunch of different things. Firmware, initialize is basically format. That's to format the card. And so that is some of our settings there. Exit out. Let's go back to the home screen. Then you have record setup, video quality. You record up to 35 megabits per second at 60p. You can record 24 megabits per second high quality, 17 down to 4. I usually shoot full high quality. You have record media. You can record, tells you where you want to record, SD card or the internal memory, which there's not a whole lot of internal memory. Delay, dual record. So essentially what you can do is this camera can record AVC HD or MP4, and I always record in MP4, but dual or relay. So dual record means that you can actually record your footage to the SD card and the internal memory at the same time. Relay record lets you record to whichever your primary is, but when that fills up, it'll go to the secondary to continue recording. So it's if you have long records and you just want kind of a backup without switching cards, you have that option. Let's go back. We have our scene selection, which or shooting mode that I went into, which we've already talked about. We have main functions. So this is also there's a quick button on the screen I'll show you in a minute. But depending on which shooting mode you're in, video snapshot on off, that's to take a picture. Audio scene, you can hit that. And so you can put it in standard. You can set it for vibrant sounds. You can set it for speaking. So if you don't have an external microphone and you want to have clear voices, or you can set it for natural sounds, nature. And then this is kind of wind reduction. So I usually have it for the speaking, but I also am using external microphones almost all the time. So I don't have a big use for that. This right here is that quick button I told you about to get back to that setting. You have slow and fast motion, zoom type. It's 32 time optical zoom with this lens, but you can change this to 57 times digital and 1140 times digital. Macro on and off is right there as well. And then you have a pre-record option, power, optical stabilizer, your focus, it's on autofocus, mic levels on manual, and under manual you can control the volume, or you can go to auto. The one bad thing is it doesn't have a back button, so you have to go back to this again. Auto manual exposure, and that's it. If I exit out of here and we go back to our screen with main functions, again, it goes there, exit out. Again, the last one I'll show you. This is your wireless remote control. So there's an app you can put on your phone, use your phone like a remote control, monitor from home, so you can stream to a device, monitor while out. There's just, I don't use these, but you can flip through these. I just wanted to show you what's in the menus. So that's essentially the menu. Down here is one of my quick buttons, and I've got it set for manual focus. So I can quickly go from auto to manual on my focus by touching this button quickly. This takes a picture right here, and that is basically it. It's a touch screen. And then up here you have your battery indicator, how much time is left on the battery. And then you have the hand just means optical image stabilizer is on. And then the button here, the stop button, if you hit record, it says record, and it tells you how long you're recording right there. And then while you're on the screen, you hit the little eye over here, and that tells you how much time's left on your card, what kind of settings you're in. We're recording MP4 at 60 frames per second. And so that is exactly how it looks on the camera. So I'm going to stop recording there, and I'm back to the home screen. So that is the Canon Vixia HF R80 camcorder. Like I said, they don't even make these anymore. Canon is now making the G series cameras, which is they consider it their consumer model, but those are upwards of $900 to $1,200. These ones much less expensive. So I highly recommend this. If you can find one of these, this is the best small camcorder that you're going to find. The quality is incredible, the video picture quality. And let me show you some sample footage that I've shot with this camera right here. All right, so that was some sample footage. This is the Canon camera. Now, the last thing I want to show you before we finish up this video is I want to show you some accessories I've bought to make this an even better camera. And so what I'm bringing in right here is this is a T-handle mount. I've got a quick release down here so the camera can literally just snap in and out. And I did that so that when I'm changing batteries, I can quickly and easily flip everything, get this camera out of this mount. So there, it's on right there. Down here is my tripod plate that mounts to this. This is an older model. This is a Sennheiser G2 series. I think they're on the G4s now, but it's a wireless mic, has this cable come down, and then this cable I have running around the side here, I've got it stuck on the strap. Okay, so this cable just goes around, and then when this is open, I plug this into the microphone input right on the side, and then almost all of my YouTube videos is a wireless lav mic that I'm going to this down into here. I can flip this around to see myself. And then in addition to that, what I have mounted here, whoops, bumped the camera. So in addition, what I have mounted here is this is a Sennheiser MKE 600 shotgun mic. These are actually pretty expensive, so you probably won't want one of these. It's on a little Ulinzi, makes a one cold shoe a triple. This mount, this plastic mount handle has 3 mounts here, but I wanted the extra space, so I have the shotgun, and then here I have a little 3.5 millimeter to XLR adapter, and then that goes into the shotgun mic. In addition, this is kind of like a mobile setup, but I also have a coiled XLR cable that I can replace this one with, so that I can pull this off and quickly do interviews if I'm running and gunning. I took this out. But this really is an excellent setup, and so the best use for this, let's say you are a journalist at a newspaper, or you're a citizen journalist, or you want to do any kind of reporting and things like that, any kind of mobile videos where you're looking for great sound and picture quality, and you're kind of acting like a reporter in some sense. This setup is inexpensive, yet excellent quality. Now, it's not 4K. I understand that. It's not 4K. But if you want just HD, which honestly, I don't see a reason to do higher than 1080 HD on the web or mobile or anything like that. And so if you're looking for an inexpensive, amazing camera with the option of an external microphone, whether it's a wireless or a shotgun, I highly recommend this camera. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope this has been helpful. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Like the video, leave a comment, and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you next time. Take care.